Hello folks, if you're watching this video, probably a subscriber, or maybe you searched for DIY powder coat booth. If so, let's dive right into it. Hey folks, welcome to the Dark Hollow Garage. I used it as a Cerakoting booth, is what I originally built it for. But then we decided to get into powder coating. So we converted it 3 different times. Alright, enough chat on this, right? You kind of want to know what's going on? Alright, let's dive into it. And I'll tell you all the parts and show them to you and show you the booth. And here we have it. Yep, that's our booth. That's a powder coating booth. Okay? Let me explain what I've done. Now, like I said, I changed it 3 different times. And part of it you can see in there, but I'll point it out. Okay? Now, again, this is for the DIY guy that wants to get into powder coating and needs a booth. Okay? Well, like I said, I've been doing this since 2017. Okay, powder coat. And I just didn't feel the need to buy one of those big expensive stainless booths. Okay, so if you notice up in here, you can see a cutout, right? And that cutout is from using an old box fan. I tried that. I tried all those DIY things I saw on YouTube, and it didn't work. It just didn't work. It worked for a little while, but trust me. If you're going to do this every day, powder coat almost every single day, that box fan with that little AC filter from the house ain't going to work. Okay, so now we've got a big enough opening here, right? But I also have this door right here that I can fold open if I want to do something longer. Now originally, I started out where I was powder coating some motorcycle parts. And the rods for the linkage for the forward controls were kind of long. And this originally was up on end when it was a paint booth. Okay. So I flipped it on its side. Now, we do have the rod for hanging stuff from when you're powder coating. But if you notice here, we've got filters in the back, okay? Now in the back of the booth, there's a box that's built on the back, okay? And that's where I hooked up AC plumbing to, and we'll get to that. And it sucks it through those filters. Now these are automotive filters I got from AutoZone. I didn't buy the filters online because I wanted a source right here in town where I could go get them anytime I needed them. Right? Okay, so I have the rack here that's inside. Okay? That's to set my metal on. These days I do a lot of flat metal art. And if you go and look at my shorts, you'll see the flat metal art that I do because I post a lot of shorts. Underneath this rack, there's another set of these filters, okay? Now, see this area right here? Underneath? That's another box that the AC vent stuff is connected to, okay? And it pulls the air through the filter down and back. So I have a downdraft and a backdraft. Now I cut this down a little bit right here. It used to be straight across. It just gives me a little easier access for stuff to go into my booth. Alright? Of course I have my air here for blowing stuff off. The air is all plumbed in from up here. And we have our Eastwood gun that I'll cover in another video. This right here, I'll zoom in on it here in a minute. But this right here is to turn the fan on. I don't know if you can hear it, but it sucks through these AC ducts on the side here. These are 6-inch AC tubes that go up through to the other side, on the other side of the wall. The reason it's on the other side of the wall is because of the noise from the fans. I just didn't feel like listening to it. I like to listen to my radio. I even have a TV down here. So the booth is basically quiet, okay? Now what this switch is down here, it's a rheostat. And I'll show you a picture of it. You can get it on Amazon. You can turn this high fan. You can turn it medium fan. You can turn it low fan. Controls the speeds. So if you switch it to this side, I've got low fan, okay? Or I can move it up to medium fan. Or I can move it up to full on fan. Put it in the middle, shuts them off. It's that easy. Switch it to the right, it's just full fan. That's usually what I use, is full fan. This booth, I can't say how much it would cost you to build it. You know, all the material pricing's changed so much lately. But it does have the filters. It has an LED light going across up inside right here. It has the AC plumbing going up, out the side. And it pulls air from the back and the bottom. It works. It's expandable if I need it to be. I keep it painted white inside to clean the filters. I keep it painted white inside so it's bright. But there's also a light up on the ceiling that shines down into it. But to clean the filters, I have a standard wet vac. Okay? It's down here below. You just take your vacuum, turn it on, take your vacuum, clean the filters, suck all the stuff out of them. But I use a dust deputy. Now there's different brands of them. But I use a dust deputy that's connected to the wet vac that puts it out, swirls it, and puts it down into a 5-gallon bucket and doesn't go into the wet vac. Then you dispose of it after the 5-gallon bucket's full. To clean the filters, it's pretty easy. Another 5-gallon bucket, you take the filter out, you tap it inside the bucket, it knocks the powder out of it. You vacuum it up so there's no more powder really on it. And you just rinse them off. Dry them out, put them right back in. That's basically the anatomy of my DIY powder coating booth. I've been using it for years. Once I built it and changed it a couple of times, because up inside, when it was on its side, it had a barrel fan. I don't know if you guys know what the barrel fans are. You can get them at Harbor Freight, Walmart. They had a barrel fan that, you know, pulled some good air when we were Cerakoting. But then I tried the box fan, didn't work. I mean, it worked, but it didn't work really. But with two 1350 CFM fans, I don't know if I've shown you yet because I'm still putting this video together, but I will have the pictures of it. They pull all the powder through those filters. And inside here, there's another filter down inside. So you got your pre-filters, which really barely anything gets past them at all. And then you also have the bottom filter. So it goes through two filters before it ever goes through to the fan. And then on the outside, on the fans, I have another filter at the exits of the fans. Alright folks, I don't know what else to say about the DIY powder booth, but it works. It works great. It really does. Let me see if I can zoom in for you here. That's pretty much all there is to that. Just a DIY powder coating booth that I never bothered to upgrade because it works so good. I didn't see the reason to spend any more money. Okay, to recap, this is the AC stuff that's in the AC aisle, the air filters that you can cut, the rheostat off Amazon. This is actually dryer venting that's 6-inch. The dust deputy, the reducer for the ducting that goes to the fan, it's 8-inch to 6-inch to this 8-inch fan here. Our LED lighting up inside, and our automotive air filter. Well, that's it, folks, right there. DIY powder coating booth, built it out of wood, and of course throughout the video I showed you the different pieces and parts that I upgraded it with. Well, I appreciate you checking us out, folks. We'll catch you later.